What's going on, all you Minties? Uncanny Omar here from Near Mint Condition, and it is time to suit up and talk about 3 brand new Marvel Omnis coming out in October and December of this year, 2022. So, let's get started. This video is sponsored by Marvel Comics, so thank you to David Gabriel and the fine folks at Marvel for sending us advance notice of these 3 new Omnis coming out, 2 in October and 1 in December of 2022. So before going any further, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, ring that bell for notifications. All of that helps with our YouTube algorithm and our channel keep growing. And if you want to be surprised, don't look at the comment section after watching the video. By all means, comment away. Let us know what you think of these particular books. So, I'm sure you saw the thumbnail. I was holding a sword in the thumbnail. What was that about? Well, of course, there's only one character I could be talking about. Well, there's several characters. Uncanny Omar talk pretty one day. There are several characters I could be talking about when holding a sword. But one in particular that has been just coming out for the last couple of years in omnibus format. And each volume that I see surprises me because, wow, I can't believe we live in a time when we're talking about a volume 7 of a character, volume 8 of a character. So, of course, I'm talking about Conan. And we're first going to be talking about Conan the Barbarian, the original Marvel Years Omnibus Volume 9. I can't think of another Marvel comic that has made it to 9 volumes of an omnibus format. That is crazy to me. It's wonderful. We live in different times. Whether you love the character or not, this is crazy. Let's take a look at this awesome standard edition cover here. And that is, of course, Jim Lee. That's right, Jim Lee supplying the cover for Conan the Barbarian, the original Marvel Years Omnibus Volume 9. Down here is where I always put the content. So this collects Conan the Barbarian, 214 to 240, and material from What If number 16. That's crazy. That means that we just need one more volume to wrap up this particular story, to wrap up this era of Conan the Barbarian. And one more volume, that would be unprecedented. And like I was saying, it doesn't matter if you like the character or not. This just opens up the floodgates. And I said this about when I got to announce, I think, volume 5 and 6. Like, you know, we don't have that many. At the time, we didn't have any volume 5s for any Marvel characters. And now the sales of these have been so steady that we have a volume 9. That makes me so happy because, yes, one day I would love to see Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man Omnibus Volume 9, Uncanny X-Men Volume 9, even though that's going to be some major double dipping. I don't care. That's great. And just consecutive order. So you like that cover is supplied by Jim Lee, but you also have the artworks in here of Val Samaix, Ron Lim, Gary Hartle, Don Perlin, Alfredo Alcala, and Dwayne Turner, Frank Springer, just to name a few of the artists. And then you have the writings in here of Larry Hama, Don Perlin, Michael Fleischer, Jerry Conway, Michael Higgins, and Charles Santino, just to name a few of the writers. Now let's take a look at this direct market cover. So here's the direct market cover. This is supplied by Michael Higgins, and this is the one that's going to be exclusive to the direct market, local comic book stores or places online that sell direct market comics. So this gives us just one more omnibus to come out because Conan went all the way to 275, and there is a story in here I'm really curious to read about, which is written by Michael Higgins, and it's an 8-issue arc called Young Conan. It's exploring his past in years in Samaria. So I've never read any of the stuff, and now we're getting into the late 80s, early 90s era of Conan. I remember seeing a lot of these covers when I was a kid, especially that Jim Lee cover. But yes, this one is coming out in October of 2022. Also in October, we have another book coming out, and because of the sword and because we're talking about Conan, of course I'm talking about Conan. So another book that's coming out in October, it's Savage Sword of Conan, the original Marvel Years Omnibus Volume 8. So it seems like the original Marvel Years of Conan the Barbarian is always one volume ahead. And now here we have Volume 8 of Savage Sword of Conan. Let's take a look at this standard edition cover first. So this standard edition cover here is supplied by Nick Klein. I really love all the colors in this one. I know it's bloody, but that's a really cool cover. And let's talk about the content. As always, I put the content down below here. So this collects Savage Sword of Conan 102 to 116 and Marvel Comics Super Special number 35. This one has 1,072 pages, and this is also the mature content magazine. So it is the black and white stories with the more mature content for a lot of the people that were reading them that went outside of the comics code at the time. So let's take a look at this variant cover here, though. This direct market cover is supplied by the one and only Bill Sienkiewicz. So in here, you're going to find the writings of Bill Mantlo, Michael Fleischer, Christopher Priest, and Alan Rowlands, just to name a few of the writers. And as far as the artists, you're going to find Rudy Nebres, Dave Simmons, Big John Buscema coming back. You can't make a book without Big John Buscema, Conan book. Andy Kubert supplying some early artwork, Sal Buscema, Ernie Chan, and Val Mayerick, just to name a few of the artists that are involved in this particular book. I'm going to say, though, that this one here, unlike Conan the Barbarian that's about to wrap up, Savage Sword went all the way to issue 235, and we're only at 116. So, you know, we're getting there. It's just, it takes a little bit longer because these issues were also bigger, not just in size, but in page count as well. So 1,072 pages coming out in October. Now, keeping it with the Conan tradition, what is the book that's coming out in December? Like, what could possibly be coming out in December that is Conan related? Because we could have another Savage Sword of Conan omnibus. We could have another King Conan omnibus. But no, let's go ahead and wrap up Conan the Barbarian, the original Marvel years, by announcing Conan the Barbarian, the original Marvel years, Volume 10, coming out in December of 2022. That's it, baby. That's it. That's everything. That's all of Conan, the original Marvel years, wrapping up. This is crazy. Let's take a look at this. Awesome. I'm serious. The biggest problem with this, if you're getting Conan, is going to be deciding which cover to get. The standard edition cover here is supplied by Todd McFarlane. I love this cover. This is the cover I remember seeing as a kid, and I'm gonna say something blasphemous. I bought it just because of the Todd McFarlane cover. I never read it. Like, a friend of mine ended up with the comic, and I ripped the cover. I'm a monster. I know. I was a kid. What did I know about good storytelling? But I ripped the cover, man, to hang it on my wall. What is wrong with me? But yes, this is crazy. We are wrapping up Conan. Take a look at the content here. Conan the Barbarian, 241 to 275, and material from What the number 12. 944 pages, $125. I remember when I got the first volume and I said, it's going to take about 10 or 11 of these to wrap it up. I was off by one. It's going to take 10 volumes to wrap up this phenomenal run. Roy Thomas comes back in this particular era. But I'm serious. The hardest part is going to be deciding which cover, because the direct market cover is supplied by the one and only Jim Lee. Check out that cover. It's Conan right up there against Red Sonja, and that is Jim Lee. That is the look. That is the style that he went and took over to X-Men. That is an awesome cover. I love it. And I don't know which one to get. I think both covers are phenomenal. So this is the return of Roy Thomas to come back and write the character that, you know, he made popular for Marvel Comics. Bringing it back to that Robert E. Howard stories, the classic stories, and just wrapping up this run. You know, this is crazy. Volume 10 of an omnibus of a Marvel comic. That's, and not just that, but also wrapping up a series. You can now say that a series has been wrapped up in omnibus format that has 275 issues. I know to a lot of people that have been just collecting for the last couple of years, not a big deal. But to a lot of us, the OG, the people that have been collecting omnibus formats from day one, this is insane. Volume 10 and wrapping up a series of 275 issues. And yes, I'm sure you're asking, well, why don't they do that with Spider-Man or Captain America or Iron Man? Why don't they? Right? After this, I mean, this is crazy. So, as soon as these books come out or are available for pre-order, don't forget to pre-order those books. Let me know in the comments down below which one you're most excited about. If you're hoping they continue the Savage Sword of Conan omnibus, if you're gonna, which covers, that's my question, which covers you're gonna get. I know I'm not the only fan of Conan out there that loves these comics. These are my first time reading these books, and they have blown me away. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, ring that bell for notifications to let you know when our videos are going live. And more importantly, thank you to David Gabriel and the folks at Marvel for sending us advance notice of these books by crumb. We did it. We wrapped up Conan in omnibus format. Now we got to get that Savage Sorting King Conan taken care of. And everyone, stay healthy and safe out there. Much love.